You are going to design your own graffiti word, okay, or alphabet. So what I want you guys to do with this worksheet is sort of practice and come up with your own graffiti style. So we're going to look at some examples to get some inspiration of how graffiti letters are drawn and what you can do to elaborate on them and make them really funky, really cool. So the first thing you're going to do is in this column here, you're going to start with an A. I want you just to use a pencil. Just draw an A. However, maybe you draw a capital A, or maybe you don't draw capital A, so maybe you're really into lowercase letters. Totally up to you. All right, so let's say that's how I make an A. Now, how can I elaborate on that to make it more interesting? So in the next box, you're going to modify it. Then the next box, modify it a little bit more. And then here on the fourth one, you should have a really funky, unique A. So maybe here, I'm going to have it come up and maybe curve. Okay, that's another version of an A. I could do something similar if you like how that looks. And maybe it swirls, who knows? Okay, and then maybe I don't like the swirl. I think that that looks better. Maybe I want it more angular. Maybe I want it super curvy. So maybe the second one, the fourth one is totally curvy or totally angular. It's up to you, okay? So I might do something. Maybe I'll have this come down and then across. And then maybe I want to add some weight to this. Make parts of the letter thicker. You can try that too. So this is done in pencil. You're just experimenting. You know, what do you think looks cool for your letter? Okay, so you're going to draw sort of like this evolution of starting from a regular A and how could you elaborate on that and make it super interesting. So then in these boxes here, you're going to create your own graffiti alphabet based on the aesthetic that you came up with in this box. Okay, so if you like all these little extra doodads sticking off your letters, so now how could you draw a B? Is your B going to be straight up and down, or are you going to start sort of with an angled line for your B? And is the B going to have curves here for the two parts of the B, or are they going to repeat this angular thing and be angular like this and have little extra things sticking out here, you know? What's your C going to look like? Is it going to just be like this? Are you going to have an extra thing here? Is it going to come up a little bit? Are these going to crisscross? So this is where you can kind of have some fun, you know, and then maybe you want to try out, maybe I want to curve in some of my letters. So what's that D going to look like? Let's say we curve it, but maybe the inside part is straight. Who knows? Okay, so you're going to fill out this sheet, experiment, have fun with your letters. If you want to try this in your sketchbook first and just play around with handwriting and what that might look like, that would be a good place to start. And once you sort of figured out some stylistic things, then you can work on this sheet. When you're happy with your alphabet and it looks really cool and you've figured out the style and the look that you want to accomplish, you're going to take that alphabet and draw either the word waffles or grapes. Okay, so if I'm going with this sort of angular thing here, like I've done with my A, think about the shape of the word. Okay, so is it going to just be a sort of a rectangle, or are you going to curve it? Maybe I'll do something like that. And then your W is going to be the first one. So what's that look like? Does it extend beyond your frame? Where are the extra doodads? Where's your A? How wide is this letter? Is your A overlapping? Is there space in between? So this is just to practice and play with layout. I always found lowercase e's more interesting. And then maybe this S becomes sort of this extra doodad to underline the word or whatever, okay? And then play with the weight of the word. Play with outlines, with bubbles, clouds, shadows, okay?